Well, a very good morning, Dirtfish Rally friends. Final day here of Rally Poland. Oh, I have to tell you, it's hot. It's going to be a really hot one. Hottest day of the rally so far. Maybe by the time we get to the power stage, 32, 33 degrees. Little bit uncomfortable in those cars, I'm sure. But the good news is there is no forecast of any rain whatsoever. 4 stages, folks, in front of us today. 64 kilometres, so it's a decent test out there, that is for sure. And for the first time this week, well, other than Shakedown, we have come to the west of Mikołajki, very, very close to Mikołajki, the stages today. So I expect it to be really very busy out there. We've seen how busy it's been all week. And well done to all the fans yesterday for making sure that we more or less saw all the stages yesterday. Fingers crossed that we see the same today. Busy little road section, this I'd have to say. Cars coming both ways. As I said, we are very close to Mikołajki, and I suspect that's why we're seeing so many cars. Makes it a little tricky for the drivers. Here we go. Look, let's go round. Let's go around the other side and see. I want to ask the man who is checking the tyre pressures there a very, very quick question. Very, very quick question for Martin. Martin, a quick question. We were just wondering there in the car what our friend Chuck Norris might do today. What would Chuck Norris do out there today?
You know, when Michel Mouton retires next year, Chuck Norris comes.
I didn't really get that reference, but I remember now. I remember it was a few years ago, wasn't it? Chuck Norris could do anything. Chuck Norris could do anything, that's for sure. Is he the next World Rally Champion? Morning, Hoyt. A big day ahead. Don't forget, 12 points available. It's a huge challenge for Hoyt. They've done all they can, though. Went out yesterday morning, got himself familiar with the stages, retired the car at lunchtime, looking after the car and the engine. First on the road, though, you know, these stages are a little different, maybe. Good morning, Taka-san. Different characteristic this morning, Hoyt, or more or less the same, the kind of stages? Very gravelly and soft? Every stage is a bit different. That is a remarkably good point. We'll ask Aaron. Well, on you go, Taka-san, because Aaron will tell us about the stages out there this morning. Let's go and have a little chat with him. Every stage is very different, Aaron. I was very much put in my place there. I get used to that, I have to say. But you know, we are to the west today of Mikołajki. Is there much of a difference in terms of how they look, how they feel?
Yeah, it's the same, only different.
You said that yesterday. Same, only different, yeah. You know, they are sandy, they are gravelly. I think it's going to be a big, big task for Hoyt to take. Who is that? Good morning, sir. Lovely to see you. Big task for Tanak out there today. And, you know, who's he battling with? Well, listen, he's battling for points, clearly with Elvin Evans, clearly with his teammate Thierry Neuville. Neuville hasn't got the best of road positions. Evans has the best road position of our 3 championship challengers. So Evans will feel he's in the box seat to claim the points today, but let's see how he's feeling. There we go, tyre pressures check. This is always good. See, I love this, the fact. We've said it before, haven't we? And where did we see it? It was Ogier and Tanak, wasn't it, in Portugal? Sardinia. You know, just before that final day battle, the two of them watching the onboards together and showing just how rallying is really quite different. It really is. Taka-san having a good old chat with Hoyt. What are they doing? They're going through the notes, maybe different styles of notes. Yeah, numbers in Japanese. He's just explaining the system, the way they do it. Always good. Do you know there are different systems for pace notes? Different drivers prefer. Some of them prefer 1 to 9 numbers, 1 to 6 numbers. Some of them use pluses and minuses to, plus, minus, to describe as best they can the corners, to put as much detail in as they can, but with minimum words. That's always the challenge of pace notes. It's as much detail as possible, minimum number of words though, just to be able to take that in. It's never easy, is it? Minimum words for an Irishman, Aaron Johnson, is a huge task.
No, I think the Irish can be compared to like the Finnish also, you know, we say it as it is, and especially in the pace notes. Yeah, like you say, try to use as little words as possible.
Before Rally Finland, do you think you might go early and take a little jet ski safari with your mate Callie? Is that something that would appeal to you as a jet skiist?
Yeah, well, the first time I was on the water was the sailing PR exercise on Thursday, so Wednesday actually. So, yeah, there has not been the weather at home to get my own out yet, but we did this jet ski safari, me, Scott, and Jonny in Finland. 2 years ago? It was good fun. So yeah, maybe we can try and do it again.
I did it once. It was the year Jani Tuuhino finished, I think, 5th in Rally Finland, 4th or 5th, so it must have been 2004 maybe. So on the Monday after, Jani Tuuhino was serving us drinks on the boat and looking after our jet skis. Me and George Donaldson, Jani Tuuhino, a couple of others, 300 Ks in 2.5 days. Great fun.
Yeah, I was still in primary school in 2004.
Thanks, Aaron Johnson, making me feel old again. No, that was quite some effort, it really was. So there we are. So, Taka-san, oi Tanak. Let's see who else we can find. Oh, dear, waiting at a bus stop. Waiting for the... Oh, who's this? Good morning. Martin says, come and join me in my bus stop this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. It's nice to find a wee bit of cool shelter this morning. It's going to be a hot day out there, isn't it?
Yeah, our meteo crew is predicting like it will be incredibly hot, like over 40 degrees ground temperature.
No.
Yeah, after midday. So, it will be hot. That's why we are in the shade, trying to hide.
Every opportunity to take the shade. You feeling good though? You feeling confident ahead of the last 64 Ks?
I think it will be challenging, of course. These two stages are quite challenging as well. I think one of the most difficult ones during the rally. So yeah, we'll just keep steady, and I think we have shown enough this weekend. So we just keep learning, and yeah, we don't need to rush anywhere.
Well, if you thought you were going to be busy with media commitments anyway before Latvia, you're going to be twice as busy. Everyone in the rally world seems to be talking about you just now. That must make you feel good.
Yeah, but it brings a pressure with it as always. So. Yeah.
The thing is, just don't change. Don't change. Just do what you had to do.
Yeah, but we thought we'll come here in Poland. We'll drive steadily somewhere behind everyone else and just learn. That was the initial plan.
Yeah, well, that didn't work, did it? Listen, thank you for your time as always, Martin.
Thank you.
That's your car. Head off. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Oh yes, really they are. Everyone is talking about you. Ow! Oh God! Oh God! No! Who put that there? Who put that there? Move that! Ouch! Ouch! We're heading off. I'm going to the hospital. You might have to take over, Elliot. Talking about Ow! Ouch. I've been checked over by the medics. I'm okay. Do you know what's happened? It's knocked some sense into me. That is remarkable. Oh dear, oh dear. Bang my head, Martin. I've had a knock on the head. I'm now almost as intelligent as Einstein. How you... Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate.
This is a blooper already.
How are you feeling this morning ahead of today? Big challenge today.
Yes, exactly. But feeling okay. Yeah.
Flat out, I suppose it's got to be, hasn't it, for the extra points today?
Not flat out, I think. We need to be clever and intelligent. So we will see how it goes on the first stage.
As clever as Einstein.
Yeah. More clever than you.
Yes, thank you. More clever than me. Now, is Thierry getting the chance to maybe, on a Friday, never gets the chance to study the onboards. Because he's always first into the stage, isn't he? Or he has been this year. But this morning he gets the chance to have a little look before he goes in. 2 or 3 cars in front of him. Is there? I don't think there's a delay. Don't think so. Don't think so. Thierry, obviously not the best road position today, but a better road position for sure than Oit.
Yeah, definitely. But on those kind of rallies, Oit is very fast. So we will follow our feelings. I mean, we know it has been difficult since the beginning, cleaning the road. It went better yesterday afternoon, very encouraging times, but still, we need just to follow our feelings and take what we can from a difficult weekend it's not the last difficult one we're going to face. So we need to make sure to get the maximum we can without, overdriving.
It's interesting, isn't it? Thanks very much. Best of luck today, Thierry. You know, a difficult weekend. He was first on the road, don't forget that. That's always going to be difficult. But he sets such high standards for himself these days that even being first on the road, Thierry Neuville wants to be right up there battling for podium places. That's a real mark of how confident he is with the car these days. Now, here's our athlete. He could maybe get a job as a personal trainer at some point, if he does ever retire from rallying, because he seems to know what he's doing, doesn't he? The old, what do they call Kalinetics? Is that what they call it? What's Kalinetics, Elliot? You know about these things. You're young.
I was thinking more a fitness instructor or some kind of dance teacher.
Dance teacher. Yes, he could be a dance teacher. Now, we'll just come around the engine here. We'll have a look at what Adrian's doing. Watching again the onboards. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Anything interesting there, Adrian, this morning?
No.
Not yet. Nice, tight, twisty stages. You looking forward to the challenge today?
Big challenge today. The first one is a big challenge.
I'm going to leave you to it. You're very concentrated and focused. There we are. You can tell. Adrian Fomo, when he's got time, he'll talk and he's beautiful, he's funny, he's entertaining. But there's a time to concentrate and focus on the job in hand, and that is right now. He's focused, he's concentrated, he's ready for the challenge ahead. He likes the challenge of a Sunday. Let's see what he can do. Now we're talking about the championship challenge, aren't we? Elvin Evans building momentum, coming into these fast gravel rallies. Very, very unlucky yesterday, but still, he's got those points on the shelf ready to bag, hasn't he? But today needs to make the most of that road position. Tanak's first on the road, Neuville's third on the road, a few more cars, then it's Elvin. He's got every chance of closing that gap at the top today. Let's have a look around. All looks good. New sets of tyres. It is going to be hot. Second pass, it'll be interesting to see whether we see much in the way of hard compound tyres coming out. It's a 32-kilometre loop that we've got here, so it'll certainly be softs this morning with the amount of gravel that's on the roads. A little bit cooler. The abrasiveness doesn't appear until the second pass, and it only appears in certain stages. So I don't know quite what the thinking will be this afternoon, but we'll wait and see. There we are, Elvin getting himself together. Almost ready to head off into the stage. We'll leave him to it. Feeling good this morning, Elvin? You feeling better? No, definitely, yeah. He's not, this is the other thing, he doesn't complain. He's not a man to complain, but he's really not been well this week, Elvin Evans. Feeling a little better perhaps this morning than he was yesterday. Very much under the weather. A heavy cold, I think we'll call it. It's not a flu, definitely not COVID, but a heavy cold. Oh, this is interesting. So this Verves, he was great yesterday. He's been great all weekend. Solberg, great fight in WRC2 there. Before them, it was Sami Paire. He has looked magnificent the last couple of rallies. Paire is making it look quite easy, and that's worrying for the likes of Solberg, for Greensmith, for who's the man in the Citroen Elliott? Russell, thank you very much. I have a blank on certain names, and Johan, it is nothing against you. The other one was Tony Gardemeister. Just could never, ever, ever bring his name to the front of my mind. It's the same with Johan Russell, and I apologise for that. It's all to do with age. Mikkelsen getting a little bit of shade there again. So important. I'm not going to disturb him, but I am going to disturb this young man. What is the instruction from the team? Can you tell us this morning? That's all.
We are doing what we are doing, so looking forward.
Doing what you want to do, or doing what you're doing as in what the team have told you to do?
Doing what we have done the whole weekend.
And you've done a fabulous job. Thank you. Was it a surprise to you, the pace that you've managed to find this weekend, or did you know it was there?
We know it was there, but it was good to confirm it.
Magic. I can't wait to see. We are all, to be quite honest with you, we discussed this in the car this morning. We would love to see you boys winning today. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Oh, and Torstein Eriksson, our second favourite co-driver. We can't tell you that. It gives you something to work towards. Second favourite commentator. Oh, now that makes me feel bad. No, it gives me something to work towards. I've got to be that little bit better to be the best. No, you're right. That's my thinking as well. Look at Mikkelsen. I know who it is. It's maybe a fellow Norwegian. Now, look at that. Picture in focus and concentration. Mikkelsen, he's found some shade. He's found some peace and quiet. We're keeping well away from him. Just taking every possible advantage that he can. Watching. It's a great one to watch, isn't it? Tanak through the opening stage. Like Tanak is a really good one to watch. He's watching Tanak and then Takamoto-san coming through the opening stage. Quick words with some of our Rally 2 cars. It's getting busy here. It's really getting busy. Oliver Solberg, good day for Oliver yesterday. Got himself back into the fight. How are you feeling this morning, young Mr. Solberg?
I feel fantastic.
Are you up for this fight again today? Because it could be a battle right down to that final stage.
It's a battle for second anyway. First is a long shot for sure, but everything's possible. You know, it's almost 60k of action, and I think the puncture risk today is the highest of the whole weekend, maybe on the, for example, the last stage. So, and tire wear. So yeah, it can be interesting.
Best of luck. Best of luck. Great to see them going well yesterday, wasn't it? There we go. Elvin just studying here, just those last few little reminders. I mentioned that, quite often there'll be a page at the start of the notebook with just reminders about particular points within the stage that maybe are a little difficult, maybe a little bit surprising, just a little aide-memoire, as we used to call them back in my corporate days. Let's have a wander down here. This kid is doing a great job. Where is he? Which one is it? It's the one on the right. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't think I've talked to Robert before. It will be one. Which one's Robert? This is Robert, isn't it? Robert, I'm very sorry. Have we talked before? We must have talked somewhere before.
I think we have.
I think we must have done, and I apologise for not recognising you. I just wanted to stop by and say what an impressive performance this week. Has it exceeded your expectations?
Thank you. Well, obviously, that's been always the plan, to show that we are able to match the top guys. And today, I think from our position, from this amount of seat time, it's quite impressive for me also.
Really impressive, and still something to fight for today as well. Could be a big battle on today.
Yeah, of course, we will try.
Great stuff, well done, mate, good stuff. And I won't forget his face again, that's very rude of me. Do you know what? When they've got helmets on and balaclavas on, I recognise them. But when they're standing casual like that, sometimes it just distracts my poor old brain. There we are, folks. What a day we've got ahead of us. We've got the battle for the win. I think that is still very much on. Torstein Eriksson, quite determined there with his proclamation, wasn't he? We will do what we have to do, and that is what they've been doing all weekend. We have the battle as well for that second, third place in WRC2. That's going to be fascinating to watch. And obviously, the battle for the Sunday points with our three championship protagonists. We've got Tanak first on the road. We've got Neuville third on the road. We've got Elvin Evans, who's in prime position to perhaps take the maximum points and close that gap at the top. What a day, folks, we've got in front of us. I am off to find the bandage. I'm not taking my cap off because there's not enough hair there to show you this morning. Off to get a bandage. See you as the day progresses.